back to my channel, That Diamond Girl. I am here with an updated video showing my completed painting, Our Boys from Jaded Gem Shop. If you'll recall, I started this painting in early April. I finished it on June 29th. I had a bit of an issue with my video. I made a video right after I finished it and my mic stopped working, so I couldn't use that video. Like, I realized it after I finished, after I framed the painting, so I had to take it back out of the frame and then try all over again. So here it is, my second try. This is, as I said, Our Boys. It is a picture of BTS, and I just wanted to give you a little run through about my experience doing this painting. First off, as you can see, the entire background is ABs. I think I mentioned that on my other video. And several of the shirts are also AB. This sort of made me realize I don't like a lot of AB. As a full background and full shirts, it was a lot. Mainly because the drills were not uniform in size. So it made it a little difficult, especially on the background. Like, there were whole rows I had to take off and put back on in order for things to fit and feel like they weren't squished up and were going to end up causing a problem later. At the end of the day, it still looks great. I do wish the ABs had been something else, like maybe their hair or something like that. I don't know if you also recall that I bought extra ABs because Jen didn't have any ABs and Suga had very little. So I purchased ABs to account for certain parts of their clothing. The confetti in Jen's shirt and the little crease marks in Suga's robe. Overall, I really like this painting. I don't know if I liked it mostly because it is BTS, and that kept me going because, quite frankly, doing the background frustrated me. Not just because it was all ABs, but also because I'm not a big fan of color blocking. I prefer line blocking if I have to do it, but my favorite is confetti. So I really enjoy doing the shirts here. I'll get a little closer so you can see the shirts. I really enjoyed the confetti here and the confetti here in Hobie's shirt. That was a lot of fun. As you can see a lot of gapping. As I get close, you can see a lot of gapping in their faces, which I really think is because, as I said, the trills were not uniform in size. None of them were. Not within color, not from a special to regular. They just weren't uniform. In some cases, it helped because if it felt like what was on the edges was a little too clumped up together, I knew that it would fix itself by the time I got to other parts, like their faces. I'm not someone who gets all hung up on the fact that there are going to be gaps or that my lines are not straight. That doesn't bother me. Once this is framed and I'm not looking so close at it, I won't even know that those gaps are there. If it bothers me too much, I will just get some mica and fill it in. But so far, it doesn't bother me at all. I could spend hours trying to straighten up these drills and I still wouldn't be satisfied because that's the kind of person I am. So I figure, why bother? It is what it is. It still looks great. So as I said, in wishing that some of the other colors were what was AB, I would have liked for Tay's hair to be AB, or even Jimin's hair, even honestly anybody else's hair. I think Suga's hair is AB would have been beautiful, but you know, it is what it is. I can't remember if I said this on my initial video, but when you order from Jaded Gem Shop, you don't automatically get special drills. You have to add those to your order for a nominal fee. I chose to just do ABs. I bought one from my eldest kid, oh gosh, well over a year ago at this point, or maybe just a year ago at this point, and I got them two different types of specialty drills. I got them AB and the Glimmer, I think they're called. They really just started work on it, and I think they only got one Glimmer. I want to say 3 ABs and 1 Glimmer, but I'm not sure. This, as I said before, I got 3 ABs, and I think the one disappointing thing about this is that the ABs were all in the same color family. So they're all white or sort of off-white or cream or whatever you want to call it. I would have preferred that there be some different colors, since we know that purples can be AB. It would have been nice to have somebody's hair be AB, or at least parts of the hair. Part of RM's hair is AB, but it's a small part, and it would have been nice for maybe some AB sparkle here. It could have been some AB sparkle there. Everybody's hair has a little line except for Tay. So it kind of would have been nice if maybe only Tay's shirt was AB, because his hair is just one color, and everybody else's hair had some AB sparkle or shine. That would have been really nice, but it is what it is. I do have to say, in buying from a company that gives you so few ABs, or you have to pay onto them, well, no, that doesn't make any sense what I'm trying to say, because you never know where the AB is going to be unless you see a preview of the kit. Like when people do DAC on previews, you can see where the ABs are going to be, so you have an idea before you buy it. But on this, because no one had done a preview that I saw, I had no idea what the ABs would be or where they would be. It's not terrible. It's just, it was a lot for the background. It was a lot. So, would I do one again from this brand? That's a tough one for me, because I don't necessarily want to pay extra for special drills. And I know that I can buy special drills from somewhere else. That's the other thing, where I got these special drills from. They were fine, but they were not resin. Some of them, one color was not as good as the other. I bought 3 different colors, 3 different shades of purple. One was not good at all. The other 2 were good in size and uniformity. And the Aurora Borealis coating on top, one was not. You could see the coating coming off as you touched it. I don't know if it was just the way they're made. I'm not sure, but I would prefer to have only resin drills, because I think they just are better. So that's, I don't know what I'm trying to say. I wish I had known where the ABs would be plotted. I think that would have helped me prepare myself for it. And maybe I would have thought, I don't need to get other special drills, but I do know that Jaded Gem Shop has an artist who is actually doing individual photos of BTS, and I'm sorely tempted. I'm so tempted, but I just don't know, because the backgrounds that I see in the pictures is still a lot of color blocking. And when I tell you I am not a fan of color blocking, I am not kidding. Even though I do multiplace, I multiplace up to 10. So it's not a big deal to multiplace. It's just, it can be a lot. One wall of color is just a lot for me. I really like to change up a lot. I kit up in trays. I pull down a certain number of trays to work on colors at once. And it was just a lot to do all one color for a certain amount of time. And I started, usually what I'm doing, we'll see what I do in the next one I do. I'll usually start and do all the border, and then work my way toward the middle, which is what I did that on this a little differently than I did the others. I think I did the border, and I started here and I did all of Jimin, and then I turned it and worked the bottom up to like Namjoon's neck, and then I turned it and did all the way to like Tae's neck, and then I turned it and did the tops of their heads, and then I worked from the side again, going towards the middle. It's a process that doesn't bother me too much. Like I said, on the next one I do, I'll see if I do it that way. We'll see. This took me, I should have said this at the top, this took me April 7th to June 29th. I probably would have got it done in less days if I weren't playing Fortnite so much, but I play Fortnite with my kids, and I love doing things with my kids, so that's gonna top everything. I'll play Fortnite before I do anything, because it's time with my kids. But I'm also not someone who gets too hung up on how long it takes me to do this. It takes me between 2 and 3 months to do any kit, based on the fact that I have to work and I have other things that I like to do with my time. So I know it's going to take me that amount of time. And it took 99 hours and 18 minutes. So it was a lot of fun. I just wish I had gone into it knowing that it would be X amount of, even the number of ABs would have been nicer, knowing that it would be only certain colors, it would be only the background, or things like that. Knowing that now, like I said, I don't know if I'll buy from this maker again, this company again. It wasn't a bad situation. It's just, it's not what I was used to as someone who most of my stash is Diamond Art Club, and I just got used to their drills and their grid and all that kind of stuff. But it's good to change it up and see what other companies are doing. I do have one from another company from the UK that I'm going to do. That's not my next one. My next one I'm doing is part of a DP along with some community members, and someone chose the one I'm going to do. So I'm excited about that, and I will do an unboxing of that one when I'm ready to do it. And I also owe everybody a video of my stash, which I'm going to do soon. And I have a custom that I'm having made, so that'll be here at the end of the summer or early fall, something like that. We'll see. But yeah, until then, well, let me give you a rating. I think in my book I said, because I keep a little journal of all the stuff. So let me look at it. My journal says 7 out of 10. I might be bumping up to an 8. 7.5. We'll say 7.5 out of 10. And mostly because the drills annoy me sometimes. But yeah. So thanks for watching the video. Until next time, I'm at Diamond Girl. Peace.